Hey guys, I'm Andrea and I'm gonna take you through an amazing lower body stretch. Maybe you're a runner, maybe you just did a lot of lower body lifting, maybe you're just on your feet all the time and you just want this part to feel good. I've got a great stretch for you. Also, if you sit all day, that's another thing. If you sit all day, sometimes you're like, I want my body to feel longer. It's just been at a 90-degree angle. This is a great thing for you. It's about 15 minutes long and we're gonna give it some love. What you're gonna need is a foam roller and the stretch strap. But we're gonna start by simply beginning in Shavasana. So I want you to bring your legs nice and long. And we're just gonna feel length first. So finding Shavasana, your legs are long, your arms are long. I just want you to take a second to feel your body being naturally supported by the ground below you, but long, not bent, not anything, just simply one skeleton bone lying right next to the next. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out the mouth. Beautiful, big breath in and out. Now I want you to bring your awareness to your lower half. And I want you to listen for all those parts that you need. Ask yourself, what is it I want? Do I want to get longer in certain areas? Am I sore in certain areas? Or do I just want to feel the same way I feel in my upper body? Take a deep breath in and really listen to yourself. Exhale it out. One more full breath in. And on your exhale, sigh it out the mouth. Beautiful. On your next inhale, I want you to bring those knees into your chest, giving them a good squeeze, keeping your back lower on the ground. We're just going to draw those ribs in towards their thighs and then release and release. Beautiful. Bring them back in and in. Nice. Bring it. And I want you to just draw some nice little figure eights on the ceiling in one direction and then take it to the other direction. Beautiful. Then I want you to give yourself a good full body hug and just kind of rock and roll side to side on the ground and then release those heels back on the ground. We're gonna just do a really simple figure four. I want you to crisscross your legs over and I want you to press on your inner thigh. We're gonna come back to this later with the stretch strap, but I just want you to start by opening up those hips and release, bring it back down. Take the other side, press into your right thigh, give it a good release. And back down. Now I want you to put the soles of your feet together, allow those knees to open up, using the weight of just the air around you to kind of give it a rock and roll. If you want to, you can place your hands on your inner thighs, stretch one direction, and then stretch the other direction, allowing those hips to open up. Take a big belly breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Again, one more time, big breath in. And on your exhale, bring those knees back towards together. And we're gonna just rock and roll to bring ourselves up. And then we're gonna crisscross over and pressing into a downward dog. So I want you to kind of pull those shoulder blades away from your ears to start. And then we're just gonna kind of imagine our heels melting towards the ground. And as they do, go ahead, bend those knees. Allow those ribs to kiss the thighs and shake that head loose. On your next inhale, go a little bit deeper, and on your exhale, try to just melt those heels to the ground, keeping your hips in place. Again, inhale, ribs to thighs. Exhale, melt those heels down. Two more times. Inhale, bend those knees, ribs to thighs. Exhale, back down. Last time. Inhale, ribs to thighs. Exhale, really drop those heels down, stretch through that calf, shake your head. I want you to take that right foot, place it behind your left ankle, and we're gonna hinge forward kind of towards a plank. But I want you to really try to keep that heel on the ground. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, send those sit bones back up to the sky and switch. Right heel down, left behind right. Same thing, keep that heel as close to the ground as possible as you hinge forward into plank. Deep breath in. And on your exhale, uncross it, send it back into a nice little child's pose, hanging that head nice and long. All right, we're gonna drop those knees down. And we're gonna start with the foam roller just to help get ourselves a little bit longer in our bodies. So we're gonna start down at our ankles. And I want you to work just the right calf. So we're gonna press our left foot into the ground. And we're gonna just kind of go all the way up and all the way back down. So now you can kind of feel what the body's feeling. Now we're gonna just take it half and half. So ankle to mid calf, and back down. If you're feeling like this isn't really giving you the foam roll that you want, place the opposite foot over and then it's gonna go a little bit deeper. Nice. We're gonna do it one more time. And then rotate it to the outside. We're gonna do 3 passes on the outside. There you go. Nice. One more inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna make our way up from mid-calf to knee. So the same thing here, you can start right here with your other leg supporting you, or if you want a little more pressure, mid-calf to knee, mid-calf to knee, and then we're gonna roll it over to the side, and same thing, mid-calf towards knee. You might notice this takes a lot of arm strength just to support your lower body, and release it down. All right, same thing, other side. We're gonna start with just one full roll from your ankle. We're gonna roll it all the way up to our knee, and then back down. And again, same thing. You might have a different need for each leg. Maybe you don't want it as strong on the other, so you can just keep supporting yourself with one leg. And back. Nice, we're gonna roll over to the other side. Again, we're just doing mid-calf to ankle. Awesome, and then back, you might have to readjust your foam roller, so we're gonna do mid-calf to knee now, same thing. Supporting yourself forward and back. Nice, mid-calf. And back, one more time. And then we're gonna corkscrew it over. So again, while you're doing this, make sure you're breathing. Really releasing into those muscles. One more time. And release. All right, since we're here, doing the same thing with our hammies, but this time we're gonna use both of the legs. And we're just gonna go the whole length, nice and slow, and then bring it all the way back. Again, inhale all the way up to those hips, and then bring it back. Nice. Tilting over to the right side, same thing. So you might have to readjust if you're in a small foam roll like me. And back, heading to the other side. And back. Nice. So now we're gonna work the IT band and the front quad just a little bit. So you're gonna place it on the outside hip. I cross over the opposite leg to give me a little support, and then I actually lift this one so I can maneuver around a little bit better. And I want you to imagine it kind of like a corkscrew. So you're gonna play around with the IT band in the front corner of your quad, feeling what needs a little area, a little help. And one pass, pause if there's any areas that you need to just really give some love, and then release. I'm gonna switch to the other side so I don't turn around from you guys, and do the other leg. Again, place the opposite leg in front of, and we're gonna float the leg we're stretching, and then just kind of corkscrew front and back. There you go, a little front action and back. Maybe you wanna get a little bit deeper into the front quad so you can even rotate it over some more. And back, if there's a spot that you need to just give a little love to, pause right there and release. Nice. We're gonna move that foam roller out of the way. Now I want you to grab your stretch strap. And we're gonna actually place it around our feet. Nice and tall. So you're gonna start in one area, but you're gonna notice your self is gonna get a little bit lower. So nice and tall. So we're working on the hamstrings and the glutes. So we're not rolling the back. This isn't a back stretch. This is for the legs. So I want you nice and tall. And I want you, if you want to, you can grab both straps. It kind of helps. I want you to take a deep breath in. Exhale, reach forward. And I want your gaze to stay straight in front of you. Take a deep breath in and reach forward. If you're really flexible like me, you might eventually end up at your feet. Take a deep breath in, reach forward. If you do, grab those feet, and I want you to stay lifted. You'll notice the stretch is for your hamstrings and your hips. Big breath in, big breath out. Again, big breath in and out. One more deep inhale. And on your exhale, pull yourself just a little bit further forward and release. Nice, we're gonna flip over onto our bellies to stretch our quads. So to start with, slip your left foot in. We're gonna flip over. This is always the most graceful part. All right, so we want it behind our head. So you're gonna pull this, like it's a very active stretch. I want you to flex that left foot away from you and then lift up. So you're pulling that strap past your head, your foot is flexing, you're creating resistance and getting a nice little hip flexor stretch and quad stretch. If you want it to be a little bit more quad, bring those straps closer to your head and you'll notice it's more in the quads, less in the hip flexor. And release. Take a quick break. We're gonna do it one more time. Give it a nice little static hold. Awesome, inhale, take your arms back up. Pull and reach in opposite directions depending on what you need. Again, if you want your quad down towards your head. And release. All right, I'm gonna flip around so you guys can see. We're gonna work the right quad as our last part of this stretch. Just place that foot in the hold. And then do the most graceful flip over that you can. Hoo-ha. All right. There we go. Try to turn that strap around. Like I said, it's always funny. Play around with it. All right, I've got it. Over your head. Same thing here. On your inhale, flex away and pull past your head. This actually gives your shoulders a little stretch too. Not bad. If you want a little bit more quad, again, pull it closer to your head. And release. Give yourself just a second break. This feels good. One more time. Grab those stretch, pull away, lift it up nice and tall, stretch that hip flexor. Maybe pull it towards your head. And release. All right, just want you to roll over onto your back. We're gonna do one final stretch. Told you we'd come back to that figure 4. You're gonna stretch. Put your foot in the strap, rooting into the ground, and you're gonna pull the foot towards you. You can press that hip out if you want to and give it a stretch. You can even release that left leg down and just pull inwards. So as you're pulling this foot in, you'll notice that knee stretches and rotates out. Make sure we're breathing. Big breath in and release. Allow it to come back in for just a brief second and then allow it to rotate back out, pulling that foot towards your chest. Allow the natural rotation to happen and release. All right, other side, loop it through. You can start in the figure 4 if you want to. This might be easier. Pull that foot forward. And if that's not intense enough, straighten that leg out. And maybe you even press on that knee, making these some very active stretches. Big breath in and out. Big breath in and out. Release, give it a break. Give it a little love tap, just like, hello, hip. And one final time, pulling it in. Beautiful. One more deep inhale. And on your exhale, unloop it out. Release it over to the side. And just stretch your legs nice and long, wiggle them out. A good wiggle, bring the knees in again. We're gonna do the same thing we did at the beginning. I want you to do some figure 8s, noticing how your hips are feeling now, how your legs are feeling. Walking your hands up for a little happy baby. Roll those ankles one direction, roll them the other. Draw them in, give yourself a full body hug, and then release it into Shavasana. Nice and long. Take a big breath in and sigh it out the mouth. Again, big breath in. And just notice how your exhale releases any final tension you have. If you have time to rest, I invite you to stay in your Shavasana longer. However, if your body and mind are ready to move again, draw your hands to heart center, and may you have a beautiful rest of your day, feeling fuller, longer, and full of life in the lower half of your body. Namaste.